June 12th, 2006. A legend begins. Beta footage for the world's most infamous Pokémon game released. A new region to explore with brand new Pokémon. Shortly thereafter, many trailers and in-game footage were released. A new hero, new evolutions, a new world. So what the f happened? Pioneering a new genre of gaming, Pokémon Chaos Black is one of the earliest ROM hacks online for Pokémon FireRed. Developed by Mew3 Inc., Pokémon Chaos Black features modified maps, over 60 new Pokémon, and a slightly tweaked storyline. The motivation behind the game was to create a supplement for there being no special edition of FireRed and Leaf Green, like Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, or Platinum. I'm not sure where Chaos Black comes from over Bubble Blue, but okay. The game was released in the early to mid 2000s and plagued eBay with bootleg cartridges. The box art features Chaos from Sonic the Hedgehog, but I'm not entirely sure what this sprite is on the title screen. Despite being the mascot, they're absolutely nowhere to be found in the game. As a child, I learned about this game and really wanted to buy it, but I couldn't convince myself to ask my mom to use her credit card, as at the time, and due to her own paranoia, a non-official Pokemon game and online payments were suspect. However, that didn't stop me from reading all about it online. You'd think the box art would be a red flag for me, but I never played Sonic as a kid, so I had no idea what that thing was. I remember some forum told me that if you play the Pokeflute 100 times in front of Mewtwo in Cerulean Cave in either Leaf Green or FireRed, Mew3 would appear. Well, I tried it. Didn't work. Chaos Black includes minor tweaks like increasing the chance to encounter a shiny, and introducing such legendaries as Mew3, alongside Mew3X and Mewtrance. Yeah. Despite never being licensed by Nintendo, they've never taken any legal action against Mew3 Inc. or any resellers of modded cartridges online. A real out-of-character move for Nintendo. The game's story is as follows. An eternity has passed since the 4 Pokegods were sealed in the Legend Balls. Hundreds of years later, they've converged to just one region, Bolis, whatever, which is west of Magor, whatever that means. Presumed bad guy Isil, the successor to the Sea-Core Empire, clashed with Team Soul, and with the Pokegods in his grasp, he can't be stopped. Now it's up to us to save the world. Pallet Town remains largely unchanged, besides the southern borders lake and fencing are extended. Trying to leave, Professor Oak will take us to his Pokélab. Here we will have the choice of 3 starter Pokemon to take with us on our journey. Magid, the grass-type Pokemon, Flayon, the fire-type Pokemon, or Bleak, the water-type Pokemon. Magid evolves into Voltine and Magrunk, uniquely typed grass and electric. Flayon evolves into Manleon and Furion, which is fire and rock type. And Bleak evolves into Gecko, and Aquiri, which remain water-type throughout. By looking at the Pokemon menu, you'll find out these custom Pokemon are merely sprite swaps. At large, the base stats, typing, cries, and movesets remain the same. There are a few instances of new types, for example, the starters, but for the most part, just the field sprites and names are changed. Beating our rival, we can continue on to Route 1 where it really just looks like if Pokemon Maker existed, this is what you would find on easy mode. Seriously, the modified maps in this game are just a mess. It looks like a child just went wild screwing around with the map editor. Something strange I noticed exiting the Pokemon Center in Viridian City was that the labels for the towns and routes either don't show up at all or are blank. After retrieving the parcel from the Pokemart, we can head back to Pallet Town to return it to Professor Oak. He'll award us and our rival with a Pokédex and 5 Pokeballs. Heading back to the same old Viridian—
Holy shit, it's a Shizzard!
Heading back to the same old Viridian City, the old man will teach us how to catch a Weedle. From here we can head off to—
Oh my god, it's an Able!
I think I'll name him Saving. Trying to find new Pokemon on Route 22, I accidentally activated the rival battle and lost horribly. So I figured I'd pick up a Taze for a fuller team and head to Route 2. Whoa, you're a funny looking fella. I want it. Again, Route 2 looks like a bomb went off. There are random patches of grass, weird looking hurdles, and random caves everywhere. You can't even access Viridian Forest. Instead, you just head north of this house and boom, you're in, once again unchanged, Pewter City. After barely beating Camper Liam, I decided to go train some more. Taze and Shizzard happened to evolve into Podcoon and Shikun, a steel poison type Pokemon. Also, I ran into a Grag. Mine. Alright, let's see how good Grag— Wait, there's no back sprite? They forgot to put in a back sprite for him? Oh my god, what the fuck? How do you forget a back sprite? After obliterating Brock hard with our new friend Greg and his Aurora Beam, we're on to Route 3, where everything is a mess and you have to fight nearly every trainer this time. Like, look at this. It's disgusting. The man inside the Pokemon Center just outside of Mount Moon still just sells you a Magikarp, but before heading into Mount Moon, I wanted to train some more. On Route 3, I came across FireRed and Espline, both of which I decided to add to the team. It turns out these two correspond to Dratini and Muck respectively, so that means at this point in the game, I currently have a team equivalent to a Charmander, Pidgeotto, Fearow, Muck, Cloyster, and Dratini. Unfortunately, I found that if you send out FireRed, the game crashes. Backtracking my progress, I decided to leave FireRed behind and keep moving on. Strangely, after I entered Mount Moon, I realized if a different Pokemon is out before sending in Greg, he'll copy their back sprite with his color palette. Again, Mount Moon is largely unchanged, but you'll see some new Pokemon like Slash from trainers like the scientist who battles you over the fossils. After collecting the fossil of your choice, you'll come to a body of water and realize you can't progress. That's the end of the game. You're soft locked. That's it. Unless... It was acknowledged on the creator's Beta Trailer Pro video that you can't progress in the game past Mount Moon, with the reason being that this was an alpha version of the game, and that the beta version would make it possible to finish Mount Moon. This was planned for release on October 13th, 2006. However, this version was never released, most likely for the reason, as the creator put it, he got lazy. However, using cheat codes you can progress and finish Mount Moon, but the remainder of the game is unchanged besides some more Pokemon sprite swaps. Even if you get the Cut HM or just use a walk through walls hack to access Viridian Forest, nothing is different. At this point I figured while I'm cheating already, why stop now? So I gave myself infinite rare candies and master balls to check out the legendaries and take on the Elite Four. As discussed earlier, Mewtwo is replaced with Mewtrance. It turns out Zapdos is replaced with Armorine, but Articuno remains the same. While exploring just under Pallet Town on Route 21, we can find an extended, unfinished looking landmass. Maybe the creator had bigger plans for Route 21, like extending or connecting the land parts, but I guess we'll never know. I decided to beef up Mewtrance and see if anything special happens when you beat the Elite Four. Recovering, future sighting, and psychicking my way through nearly everybody, my level 100 Mewtrance knocked out all but one, to which Armorine cleaned up afterward. The only real interesting thing here was seeing Dragonite's sprite swap, but otherwise nothing special happened. Funnily enough, the credits featuring sprites of the starters show Furion turning into a Charizard alongside the others, but I wanted to see what other new Pokemon there were. So keeping true to the run, I cheated. Looking through the national decks, I realized some evolutionary chains aren't complete. For example, if I were to evolve my Shakun, it would just become a Pidgeot. Hell, some of the evolutions aren't even sequential. Abel and Esblime's evolutionary lines seem to be shifted to the point where you wouldn't even be able to fully evolve them. It turns out Moltres on the Sevi Islands is replaced with Mew3, and Mew is actually Mew3X, which would only be possible to obtain by trading with Pokémon Emerald. Well, that just about covers it. Pokemon Chaos Black will forever live with the legacy of being that awful ROM hack with the terrible Pokemon. But hey, it looks like things were coming along. Not all of the Pokemon look terrible. And if someone took a serious stab at finishing the game, it could have been something fun and different, especially for the mid-2000s. Like, some of it just needs a little work. Fuck Saglix? What's a fucks? What is this, Baldi's Basics?
Let's play.